it's not that you can't be successful, it's that you secretly don't want to. So I've been thinking about the concept of self-sabotaging and how a lot of the times we're not where we want to be purely because of ourselves, but we love blaming everything else. And 9 times out of 10, that's because we can't even see that it's our fault. I was at the gym the other day and I was just weightlifting, and I realized every single time before I go into a set, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna pump out like 12 reps, knowing that 12 reps will be hard. And around the 10th rep mark, I'll start thinking about all this other shit. Right when things start getting hard, or kind of like in the middle of when things are hard and they're tough, I'll just get all these thoughts like, yo, it's just 2 away from your goal, it's good enough. Or, this doesn't feel good, you might hurt yourself. And I have no reason to think these things, but what I realized is that discomfort kind of scares us. I know I'm talking about the gym, but like same concepts exist in music production. And I remember when I used to make beats and send out beats, whenever you don't get like a positive reinforcement to your actions, you start doubting yourself, you start asking yourself all these questions. And a lot of the times you're just being an obstacle to your own dreams. I remember I used to send out beats and I wouldn't hear anything back, and I'd be like, damn, I'm probably spamming them, they probably hate me. Or I used to make 5 beats in a day for like 3 months and nothing would happen, and I'd be like, damn, maybe I'm making too much. Or it'd be, maybe I'm making too little. Or it'd be, maybe I'm making 5 beats but none of them are quality, therefore I'm not where I want to be. Oh, I just wasted all this time for the past 3 months making all these beats. And deep down, I feel like there has to be some sort of reasoning for all these questions, all this self-doubt. And I think as music producers or as individuals, we always have goals or these main ideas that we're working towards. And I feel like we kind of use those ideas to define ourselves to others. I'm a producer, my goal, trying to like get a hit or whatever. But we secretly don't want to get that hit. It's part of our being to create struggles for not getting that hit, if that makes sense. It's like, well, it's my thing, I'm trying to get that hit, right? And we just stay in that loop of like trying to get that hit, and we constantly find things that don't work out. It's like, I was about to get that hit, but then this thing happened, this other thing happened and it fell through. Or, he liked my beat, this artist liked my beat, but he never got back to me about it. Or, the track was ready but it never got released, therefore I never got my hit. So we always find excuses to stay in this constant loop because it feels comfortable. That's my understanding of it. I got on the treadmill, started walking on an incline, and I was like, damn, like this is feeling harder than yesterday. And I started thinking of excuses. I was like, well, it has to be because my legs are sore, dude. And then I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't work out today because my legs are sore. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just do a little bit, see how it feels. So I pushed through it. And then like 10 minutes in, I was like, wow, this is getting significantly harder. Maybe I'll do 20 minutes. Because I had originally set the goal of doing 30 minutes. But then once I got to 10 minutes, I was like, maybe I'll do 20 minutes and that's good enough. Because it's like 10 minutes away from my goal and I'm feeling kind of tired, I'm feeling kind of sore, maybe I didn't sleep well enough, maybe I didn't eat well enough. And I'll just make up for it tomorrow. And once I got close to 20, I was like, I kind of caught myself doing it. I was like, dude, you're doing it again. The next 10 minutes up to the 30-minute mark, I was just thinking about this video and thinking about this process of these little subtle thoughts that kind of creep into our minds whenever we're working towards something that make us want to stop doing something. We always hear this saying, the mind's a muscle. And I feel like if that's true, surely we should also be able to teach ourselves to push past these obstacles that pop up in our mind. We should be able to figure out ways, and it'll be different for every single individual for sure, to figure out ways to overcome these moments of weakness that pop up throughout our journey when we're pursuing something, a goal. I aim to be able to point out the moments this happens and try to kind of not fight against it, but understand these moments better and understand what works for me to overcome them, to push through them. And I feel like the more I do this and the more I see the results of my actions of pushing past these moments of discomfort will allow me to kind of understand what works for me and what allows me to reach my goals. Similarly, I also understand that I just shouldn't be too hard on myself for not reaching the goals I want. I think we need to be kind to ourselves throughout this whole procedure, understanding that we have these little ideas that constantly pop up and are made to stop us in our trail. I feel like even now while I'm recording this video, there's all these like little thoughts in my head that are kind of self-doubting what I'm making. It's like, well, I think you're stating something obvious, so everyone knows about this. Why would anyone want to hear your thoughts on this? And then I'm like, well, I don't really care. But then a part of me is like, well, don't you really care though? Like, what's the point of making something if no one's going to see it? So I have like all these questions that just pop up with anything I ever want to do. And that's why I created this channel as well, because on my beats channel, those are just my beats, but I have all these, I feel like a lot of producers go through all these like thoughts and like pressures, and no one really talks about them as openly. And I feel like this could be a space where we could talk about these things. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hear more about why I killed my beat channel and now I'm over here just speaking my mind, make sure to check out this video, and I'll see you next time.